T-Rexes are big but slow. Turons are small and fast. Ready to run, baby dino? Let's go. We're coming, T-Rex. Watch out! Go around, baby! T-Rex, want a Turon? Then eat this one. Hi, baby. Sorry, T-Rex. That's just a backpack that looks like a Turon. Better luck with it next time. Come on. Your name is King of the Dinosaurs. I'm sure you'll get something soon. Turon's strong legs. It looks like he's about to strike. How will the sign of the source protect them? Whoa! She did it! The sign of the source protected her neck. These super loud squawks that force its young to leave. She gives me an idea on how to defend my nest. You know, Tron is one of the smartest of all the dinosaurs. But is it smart enough to catch a Megan Mira? She's going low. I think she's about to leap. I should probably move out of the way. Let's move Tron.
That's because they're
Megan Mira? Let's
got
get
it.
the Tron's attention. Tron is doing its sneaky thing again. I wonder if it'll work on a real Megan Mira. She did it! Tron caught a Megan Mira. Means Tron are insectivores. Now to see if her hunting style will work for Dad. Tron caught the Megan Mira by staying low and slowly sneaking up on it before leaping up and snatching it at it.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they? They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return. Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs? Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. And now Lynch. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Lynch to the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 3rd down, Lynch. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And they're getting him involved early. You feel like they saw something on tape
or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Throwing on first down. Vincent got his man, Robbie Anderson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Looking to throw on second down. Vincent. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
From the 25 on second down. Lynch will find his tight end. That's Waller. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lynch. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Lynch.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 39.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Vikings.
Back to the ground, Cook.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. After one, 7-3 the score. on EA Sports.
Vikings 3.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lynch.
And quickly finding Rager. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They run the counter with Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
At the 13-yard line.
Now it's Lynch. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Darren Waller from 13 yards out.
And the Vikings have regained the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
Vikings 10, Lions 7.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Rashaan Evans.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Cook up the gut. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Cook
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone.
10th-born.
It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run here with Swift.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner.
They'll try and throw for it here. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And he'll be taken down, buddy. First down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Lions in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? There wasn't the line that jumped that time, the 2nd level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. 2nd level, probably because they moved up to the 1st level, and that hurts them.
Well, I've never seen this one. It's 2nd down, and the punt team is out there. That's taken on the 25. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now Lynch.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. He's got room at the 30.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
This ball complete to Rager.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Jalen Rager.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Vikings 17, Lions 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lynch to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw is Lynch.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Play action. Now Lynch.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2nd and 7.
They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 36-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterback.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
From 13 yards out.
And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Falcons now to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
24, Lions 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in Week 2. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Vincent. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether You keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Lynch. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
At the 41-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They run it again with Cook. And he works free. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 155 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Up the middle, it's Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
23-yard line.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now it's Lynch. Open right side, complete to Rager. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter. In
touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Lions 14.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now a throw here, hauled in. Oh, nice move. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Operating from the gun, Vincent. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time. And that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Throwing, Lynch. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throwing here, Lynch on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now it's Lynch. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. A late lead change. The Saints now in front. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind.
He's got a man complete. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked to his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll conserve whatever time he can as they'll opt to bring it out to the 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And some room to run now. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you? Because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Vikings, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss will them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.